What's going on YouTube? Fatadaptedathlete coming at you, and I prefer to look you in the eye, but the sun is a little bright. I really don't like talking to people who can't look you in the face, so I want to look you in the eye. But again, it is hot out here, so I'm gonna put these on, and want to talk to you guys about today's topic, which is bulletproof coffee. Stop drinking bulletproof coffee if you're drinking it and one of the following are your goals. I want to talk to you today about bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffee is a big rage in the ketogenic community. And I know I talk about some of these things in some of my other videos, guys, but there is so much bad misinformation out there on the ketogenic diet that I've got to keep talking about it in some of these videos until the good information outweighs some of the bad misinformation that people begin their keto journey on. Keto is not magic, guys. It helps you sustain a caloric deficit easier, but you still need a caloric deficit to lose weight. At the end of the day, it is an energy balance. We don't say calories in versus calories out because it's a little more complicated than that. First, you have calories. Then behind calories, you have macronutrients, which combined make up your caloric total. Calories aren't the only thing that matters. Nutrition partitioning, how much fat you eat, how many carbs you eat, how much protein you eat is equally as important. And if you get that wrong, I know from experience, from a friend, when I started keto, he did not. He was watching his calories. According to the math, calories in, calories out, he should have lost 50 pounds. He lost 15. I lost 15. The difference is I'm a much smaller person, so he should have clearly doubled what my weight loss was. But without the correct partitioning of your nutrients, you can't maximize and lose weight effectively. So what does that have to do with bulletproof coffee? Guys, bulletproof coffee is still calories. If you are intermittent fasting and you have bulletproof coffee in the morning, you are not fasting. Anything over 40 calories breaks a fast. It breaks a fasted state in your body. So first of all, if you're intermittent fasting, it breaks fast. Second of all, it's calories, guys. Calories that are needlessly spent on liquid. Would you rather eat your calories or would you rather drink your calories? Personally, I would rather eat my calories. Now, when you're eating in a deficit, the number one enemy is hunger. So we have to combat hunger. How can we do that? We find ways, and there's a bee. The number one enemy is hunger. So anything we can do to combat hunger is a win. It's not that you can't have bulletproof coffee, but it's not optimal. I want to give you an example. Picked up these peanuts at the local gas station, okay? These peanuts are 290 calories. It's almost 300 calories for this small package of peanuts. Fits in my hands. I could eat it in about 90 seconds. What's going to fill you up more? This or 2.5, almost 3 full chicken breasts? Chicken breast on average is about 110 calories for about, a nice little 4-ounce piece from Walmart or Publix or wherever your local grocery store is. There's much more volume in the chicken breast, and nuts are very calorically dense. So think of it as a budget, guys. You have a certain energy expenditure that if you eat the same at that energy expenditure, your weight will stay the same year round. If you want to lose weight, you have to eat in an energy deficit. If you eat in an energy surplus, you will store weight. Would you rather drink anywhere from 100 to 300 calories in your coffee? Or would you rather eat whole foods, maybe a nice full salad to help fill you up until that next meal? This part of the cutting game, guys, is finding ways to maximize, get the best bang for your buck. Weight loss is kind of like this. You have a certain budget every day. If you eat within your budget, it's kind of like finances. If you live within your means, you might be paycheck to paycheck. But if you live above your means, beyond your means, what happens? You incur debt, and that debt begins to build up. And the only way to get rid of that debt is to live a leaner lifestyle. Control your spending so that you can pay back some of that debt that you've incurred. It's the same way with the weight loss. If you eat within your caloric budget, your energy balance, you'll pretty much stay the same. If you overeat more energy than what you expend, you will accumulate debt in the form of fat. In order to get rid of that fat, you have to pay it back in the form of living a leaner lifestyle. You have to eat less so you can kind of pay back some of those calories that you've overeaten. Bulletproof coffee, in my mind, is a waste of calories if A, your number one goal is fat loss. 2, and my friend Luis on Keto Gains said this, I'll give him credit. If you have an addictive, indulgent personality, you have maybe some self-control issues when it comes to certain things, you'll almost inadvertently definitely overeat or overdrink Bulletproof coffee. And lastly, if you're tracking macros, you can make it fit, but it's not optimal when you can get much more food volume, much more nutrients, and whole foods. Now, I will say this. Some people try Bulletproof coffee and they have success. Well, why is that? If somebody's 400 pounds and they have no caloric restriction, no restraint in their life of what they're eating, and they begin drinking Bulletproof coffee, it's naturally satiating at first. And so what happens is they automatically reduce their calories, and thus they lose weight. And that works for a while. But as you get leaner, it doesn't work the same because every calorie matters. There's something called adaptive thermogenesis. I won't go into it in this video, but basically your basic metabolic rate is going to be based on your body mass, your lean body mass. But basically, if you're a 400-pound guy, it's going to be different than when you lose that weight and you weigh 200. And it's not because your metabolism is damaged, but it's because your body becomes more efficient and adapts to your current body composition is the word I was looking for. So as you get leaner, you have to become a little more choosy with how you spend your calories because your budget is smaller. So take it from me, guys. I've been coaching a lot of people. My friend Luis on Keto Gains, as well as some of the other guys, have been coaching people, and we've seen firsthand. And one of the first things we outlaw instantly is Bulletproof coffee. No Bulletproof coffee with us. No Bulletproof coffee. And our clients have the results to show that this works. Now, my wife used to drink Bulletproof coffee, and she could not lose weight. We dropped the Bulletproof coffee. She follows macros that are approved by Keto Gains, approved by Fatadapted Academy, and boom, she's the leanest I've seen her in the past 5 or 6 years, and she no longer does Bulletproof coffee. She'll do, I think, a couple Splenda, and I think she may put a little bit of cream in there, but it's very, very minimal. She doesn't load it down with butter and coconut oil. The reason I continue to go over this, guys, again, is the bad information that's out there. There's some people out there, keto gurus, if you will, and they're lean, and they've always been lean. They don't understand what it's like to be fat. They don't understand what it's like to struggle with what you eat and overeating and addictions and sugar addictions and cravings. Then you have some people who are keto gurus, and they're still fat. They don't have results to show you because they can't do it themselves. So how can they help you? And thank my lucky stars, thank God, I have made this progression where I was 45% body fat, and last time I tested on Sculpt I was right at 15.9, 16%. goal by the end of the year is 9%, and I will hit that. So I think the reason why people identify, I guess I should say, with me is because I've been there. I've been on this journey from fat to fit, and my body composition changed over the last few years. I've seen dramatic changes in muscle mass, dramatic changes in levels of fat, and I'm never going back, guys. Never going back. And I've worked with clients who are anywhere from 50 pounds overweight, 20 pounds overweight, to individuals that are over 200 pounds overweight. And I'm telling you, there is a better place to spend your calories than on Bulletproof Coffee. So those that told you you need to drink Bulletproof Coffee, again, when you get into keto, you want to be a renegade. You know, you want to start doing the high fat, and realize though, high fat is not what drives a ketogenic diet. It's not what drives your state of ketosis. As my friend Tyler Cartwright put it best, a ketogenic diet is one that is sufficiently low enough in carbohydrate to produce ketones. That's what a ketogenic diet is, period. There are different applications. Medical keto for neurological disorders. We're talking about applying it for weight loss. It just needs to be low enough in carbohydrate to produce ketones. It doesn't need to be 70%, 80%, 90% fat. So there you have it, guys. I promise you, this is definitely something that will improve your diet if you'll spend those calories a little bit differently. And if you have questions, guys, I get so many questions every day. But if you have questions, email me. If you need help, guys, you want more information about the Fatadapted Academy, you want to work closely with somebody and maybe with a small knit group of people who can help give you support on that journey, send me an email, fatadaptedathlete@gmail.com. And until next time, keep it keto, my friends.